In life, you can be one of two types of men. The first type is the guy who rarely stands up for himself and he simply doesn't know how to say no. He will go through his entire life lacking one of the most important skills that a man can have, and he will pay a hefty price because of it. Now, the second type of man is much different because, unlike the first, he understands how to make people listen to him when he says no. And when I say listen, I don't mean sitting someone down and telling them about how you used to ride your bicycle when you were younger. What I mean by listen is making other people, especially men, understand that you have rights and boundaries that need to be respected. And it might not make a lot of sense right now, but honing this skill can make a huge difference in how successful you become, not just in terms of growth as a man, but in things like your career and social relationships. Think about the last time someone was begging you to do something, and eventually, for whatever reason, you gave in to their demands. Maybe it was an employee begging you to cover his shift, or maybe it was someone asking you for money. At first, you told them no, but they kept asking, and eventually you caved. Afterwards, you probably felt really guilty. But have you ever asked yourself, what is the true cost every time you can't say no? How much are you really losing when you're chasing your purpose and some girl is always begging you to spend time with her and you end up caving in and doing it every single time? How much are you really losing when your friends are begging you to hang out and throw rocks at cars when you know that your time should be spent gaining knowledge, wisdom, and experience to change your life for the better? This is the question that you have to ask yourself. Many of the most successful men in the world got to where they are today, not by saying yes, but in contrast by saying no. When somebody asks you for a favor, decide if it goes against your interests, and if it does, then just say no. You see, your mind is way smarter than you give it credit for, and every single time that your rights are being violated and you do nothing about it, it knows. A part of your mind called the subconscious is like a super intelligent dash cam, so it is always running in the background, recording every single event and how you handle them. And when you need to tell someone no, but you don't do it, your mind knows what you should have done, and it will make you feel like crap for a long time afterwards if you don't do what you're supposed to do. Whenever you tell somebody no, it is much more powerful to use an I statement, such as, I don't feel like doing that right now, or sorry, but I need to get this done. Now here's the most important thing to understand when telling somebody no. When we tell someone something, our body language must be congruent with the words that we speak. I remember when I was a kid, I got really good at reading my parents' body language and knowing when the word no really just meant that I needed to keep asking until they said yes. Even though they told me no, my friend couldn't stay the night. Their body language indicated weakness and completely gave them away. And it is exactly the same when you tell someone no. So your body language needs to convey a firm, confident stance on what you just told them. And you can do this by standing upright with your shoulders back slightly and holding eye contact. Steve Jobs was one of the most influential and successful men on the planet. And one of the top pieces of advice that he would give to other people is simply to learn how to say no. The difference between whether or not you achieve your goals or whether you have good relationships with people or bad ones, in many cases will come down to this little two-letter word. Your ability to say no is easily one of the most important social skills that you can have in life. And the more that you are able to do it when it is needed most, the more that it will be able to transform your life for the better. And if you want to become a better all-around man, be sure to check out my new channel, Stronger Men. The link is in the description. And with that said, until next time, thanks for watching.